Now it's the Belpre Lady Golden Eagles taking on the Fort Frye Cadets. Picking it up in the second quarter as Gracie Bills is putting in work on the glass and getting the putback 32-24 Fort Frye. Into the first half now as Haley Alloway's at the post and she spins and puts it in with one hand. Second half now as Ava Huffman buries the three. Lady Cadets up by 7. Here's Alloway on the other end, driving it and making it with the offhand, might I add. Alloway again, this time dumping it off to Bills, and that's good. Belpre trying to mount some kind of a comeback here, but Fort Frye has an answer as Aubrey Lang gets this jumper to go. They lead 38-33. The score keeps getting closer and closer, and that's Madison Lauer knocking down the corner three to put Belpre up by 1. That lead wouldn't last long, though, as Emmy Dusky hits Haven Shillings for the open layup. Lady Cadets up by 3, mid-fourth quarter now as Lang finds Ella Dowler wide open, and it's nothing but net. Fort Frye leaves the clash with a 52-44 victory.